When you're getting ready to make a huge life change, it's important for you to have somebody who sees you and who can keep you on track. Ideally, it's a coach, right? Like you can have your sister, you can have, various different friends and stuff, but eventually you need somebody who's just like there on task with you and focused on your goal. Ask questions, open yourself up to the relationships of the people who care about this space, and then you can be a powerful advocate for people whose voices haven't been heard, and that makes you a really powerful deliverer within that space. I inspire and am inspired by what I get to do every single day. My name is Naeemah Elias, and I help people to figure out how to find their spark and how to grow in their careers.
If you've ever walked into a room and questioned whether you belonged, or if you've ever walked into a room and had other people question whether you belong, then you understand what it means to be an outsider. Even when we find success, we can still feel like outsiders. So I rewrote my narrative from I'm not ready for this to I can figure this out.
When a person feels like this is the place for them, when they feel like the company's investing in them, and when they are learning and growing, they're going to be much more productive than your person who's just showing up every day, who doesn't feel like they're seen and doesn't feel like the company cares about them.
Naeemah is an incredible speaker. What really draws me in about her speeches and her stories is that she starts out with kind of like general advice and then really drills down and makes it very personal and talks about her own experiences, her children's experiences, and that really keeps everybody engaged.
I just want to say what I love about hearing Naeemah speak is how much she shares her truth and how she shares it with so much passion and joy, and she doesn't sugarcoat anything, which allows me to connect with her, but also to learn so much from her growth.
Naeemah led 34 juniors in a series of workshops on branding themselves, their social media presence, on creating their resume and how they want to present themselves, leadership skills and leading in groups, and they just benefited so much from the experience. We loved having Naeemah here at our Sportsman's Tennis and Fitness Camp this summer.
I really enjoyed Naeemah's session. She was a very erudite and eloquent speaker and really had some fantastic food for thought to share with all of us.
Working with Naeemah has been incredible. Naeemah's workshop tonight was really wonderful to support folks in understanding how to take that first step towards making change.
What does it mean to create a goal that is actually achievable? So we had this idea that I've got some goals, I've got some ideas, and they're in my head, right? And then you write it down and you're like, okay, I have a goal. This is something that I want to achieve. How do you get from an idea to something that is actionable? I believe that everybody should have the opportunity to have a great life. I believe that corporate should not be locked and hidden behind closed doors. I believe that career mobility is something that should be accessible, and anybody who wants to be able to move forward in their career should be able to do it. I love getting to see people spark, getting to see people realize what they're capable of, and seeing my introverts and my people who are sort of quiet and withdrawn and who don't want to be seen really shine when they stand in front of the room. Seeing that transformation is so powerful. I've had a great life so far. I have 3 amazing kids who bring me unspeakable joy. I am fulfilled by a love that I found later in life. I have enough savings that if I lose my job, I will not lose my home. And I have felt sadness so profound that I thought I would not survive it. But I did. None of that does anything to quench the fire that says that if you are not working hard enough and moving fast enough, then you're sitting still and bad things will find you. So the next step for me is that I have to figure out how to slow down. I have to learn how to simply be. Because I'm smart enough to know that this pace is not sustainable. So I'm standing here today to make the decision
that I will not let my fear take my life.